Here we are at the Arsenal, Clayton Hamilton, Frank Harnish, Jackie Redmond from NHL Network, and welcome to fabulous Las Vegas.
Oh, I am having a blast. I love it here, and the atmosphere around this team is insane. I can't believe how many people here are here for morning skate. It's crazy.
We know that you've been to Las Vegas before, you've been to playoff hockey games before, but never one in town. How was the arena last night? How do you expect it tonight?
Oh my goodness. I don't think you can top what happened in game one, although when it comes to this city and these fans, I mean, expect the unexpected, I guess. I was blown away in game one. I kept turning to Tyson Nash, who's here covering the first two games with me, and saying, is this real? Is this actually happening? I mean, I knew all the rumors, it's loud, it's insane, they're into it, but it was front to back, just non-stop cheering, chanting, noise. Like, it was, I mean, I'm having trouble even describing it. Probably the best playoff atmosphere in terms of a hockey game that I've ever been a part of in person.
Now, you've been to arenas all over the country. You've been watching NHL, other sports as well. You've mentioned that it's probably the loudest that you've heard it anywhere out there. When you did see it and you heard about it, I know you said that you thought that maybe your expectations were too high. Are you amazed that they even exceeded your expectations?
Oh, yeah, totally. It's like when people tell you, oh, this movie is amazing, you're going to love this movie, and you go see it and your expectations are so high that it's sort of a letdown, even if it's a good movie. That's what I thought was going to happen with Vegas, and I showed up and it still just went way above what I was expecting.
As far as the on-ice product, the hockey goes, getting to see this team up close and in person, what makes them tick?
What makes them tick, or what stands out about them to me? For me, I think it was the forecheck. I mean, you watch on TV and it's like, okay, you can see the way that they play, and they're kind of all over you all game, or all over the opposition all game. But seeing it in person, I'm like, there is not a second that any player on that team, when they're on the ice, is not going, this is going to sound so cliche, but 150%. Like, they are constantly supporting the puck, playing away from the puck, in position, all over you. I mean, there was numerous times in game one where LA, who is a very good hockey team, couldn't get the puck out of their own end, because every time they turned around, there was someone there, and they were being beat to pucks. The Vegas Golden Knights were forcing turnovers. I mean, their forecheck is something to behold. I was just floored.
As you've seen this story play out through the course of the season, from the expansion draft when everybody said, oh, well, they'll win 30 games maybe, they're going to struggle all over the place, to going to the point of, wow, they're actually a pretty good team, to going to the point of, wow, you know what, we got to change the rules because it was too easy for them, and that's why they're so good. How has the narrative changed all across the country and at NHL Network with all the experts? Because nobody saw this coming. I don't think these guys saw this coming.
I think you're 100% right. What's crazy to me is that even after everything this team did in the regular season, they win the division, everything that they've accomplished, coming into this series, everyone was talking about LA and the experience of the Kings. And honestly, I'm going to say 95% of people chose the Kings in this series. And I said this on our show the other day, NHL Now, 4 to 6 Eastern Time, Monday to Friday.
Must-see TV,
shameless,
it's awesome.
Shameless self-promotion right there. But I said this the other day, I said, wow, have we not learned anything from this year? I mean, if I've learned anything about the Vegas Golden Knights, it is do not underestimate this team. And even still, as the division winner, they are the underdog somehow in this series, and I think they showed a lot of people in game one that they should not be taken lightly.
The fact that they were kind of, some people call them castaways from their teams, they were people that weren't on the protected list, and the fact that nobody did expect anything from them, do you think they rally around that and that makes them even better and more dangerous to other teams?
I think in the beginning I think it would be human nature to react that way. I mean, if I was made available by the network I work for, like, oh yeah, if you want her, you can have her, I would be like, well, that doesn't feel very good. So I think for sure, at least in the beginning, I think that motivated this team a lot. And then I think along the way, they started to realize themselves, like, hey, we actually got a pretty good thing going here. And they started, exceeding everyone's expectations. And I think they got confidence from that. And now I just think they think they're a good hockey team, and they play that way.
How far can this team go?
Whew. Honestly, I think if they can get through the LA Kings, and no Doughty in game two is going to give them a huge opportunity to take a big lead in this series. I think if they can get through the Kings, I could see them going to the conference final. Then it's the Preds are really good, and I think it would be interesting to watch that series, but I do think they could go to the conference final. I really do.
Well, we appreciate your time. We know you got a lot to do here at City National Arena. So for Jackie Redmond, for Frank Harnish, this is Clayton Hamilton. We'll see you guys